Welcome back, everyone, to episode 9 of the Mexico series. So, there's someone that's been giving us some trouble, and it's on a hunger strike, which drops each time it gets publicized, drops our approval rating by 15%. So, we're going to go ahead and take this guy out. It's going to be the first corrupt action of this administration, and it's Jose Manuel Cervera. Go ahead and try to take him out. We're going to increase national territory agents by 5,000. And I'm going to go to research. And human and social science, we're going to increase that by 2 stars. And we're going to hit industry with 4 stars.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright. And let's go to the military. And we're going to start our... See, that hunger strike just killed us by 12 points. So let's start our nuclear weapon program. Our enrichment center. Alright, in the process of being built. We have 183 days left until it's complete.
The operation is finished. Don't get me wrong, this kind of removal is very delicate to undertake, and its results rarely go unnoticed. In almost 86.4% of the cases, to be precise, according to a modelling based on Baxter's algorithm. Also, if you want to repeat the operation, I think that it would be better to wait until the whole thing has settled down.
Alright, so we were successful in taking that guy out. So let's go and check. Yeah, he's not on here, so that thorn in our side has been dealt with. And unfortunately, that forced our hand to dealing with that guy in a corrupt way. But through let's see. So I tried a couple different options, like meeting with him and trying a few other things in other model games, and it just didn't work. So that was my only option. Alright, why did our conspiracy theories? Alright. So let's try to address those. Few conspiracy theories, vaccines. Let's start a campaign for that. Alright, guru. Alright, so let's where's intellectuals? No, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay, yeah, that's the guy. So we're gonna start a rumor about him questionable foreign relations. Let's see how that works. Alright, we're not the first ones to profit, but okay. Alright, so we'll do
Your
that.
politics are on the right track.
The funeral will take place next week.
Okay, of course we'll attend that funeral.
It's begun. Our teams are ready. I'll come back in a while to let you know how successful the operation was.
Alright, so let's go to military. So we can increase our commandos. Alright, so... Alright, let's go to industry, and we're going to nationalize... Let's try to nationalize the drones. And... see what else. So anti-missile batteries, we can, and we could try that too. And let's see, fighter jets. Alright, so fighter jets, we're gonna try to hire, let's go with 3,000 employees. Let's see. What else do we have? Alright, so that's the only one that's fully nationalized. Let's take a look at this here. Alright, so our pharmaceutical industry is non-existent right now. Alright, let's go to terrorist groups. Alright, so we're still infiltrating the drug cartel. Alright, we're not interested in any of this. Alright, so we need to improve our technology. Let's do... Alright, so it's really the military we want to improve. Alright, so 1.9 billion is going to be pretty good so far. Let's see how that, we'll see how those investments, improve our technology. Alright, so we have 601 tanks. Let's get rid of 50 of those. And yeah, we run 1,000 missiles. We have no satellites. So that also means we're going to have to start a space program. Well, we already have one. But we're going to have to build a launch pad. And wow, Oh, that's going to be 9 billion. All right. We're going to have to funnel some more money from somewhere. So, let's see. Let's go with taxes. All right, let's look at this real quick. All right, so we sold plans for a submarine from Australia, so that should help us. Um,
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage
we're not gonna commit to that at all. All right, so let's go to taxation. Guess we're gonna hammer the wealthy even more. So, let's see. Alright, so let's see what the polls say. 78%. Alright, so we'll call this tax code 1A. Actually, let's make this 2023 1A. Alright, we'll confirm that. Let's drop company tax down. And what else do we want to add? That's not going to be significant enough. All right, financial transactions. All right, so how's that going? All right, so that dropped it down to 61%. All right, gambling. Do a 0.5% for that. What's that going to be? All right, so we'll do that. Let's see. If we drop that down. Lower that tax. And entering the territory, we'll increase that by 5. Alright, so we increase the approval to 66%. Alright. Let's go with... Alright, so that's 23%. Alright, so what else can we make an adjustment to? Want to increase company tax on company turnover? Just want to make that 4. Right. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. And I guess we'll satisfy the green energy nuts. So we'll do that. That's 66.9. Inheritance tax will increase that by 1%. Let's do 2%. Alright, so that increased it to 68. And that gives us a budget excess of 1.72%. Alright, so let's make this 7. Alright, that's 65%. Alright, so that's back down to 68.2. Alright, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Alright, and how about we take a look at our cybersecurity? So how many cyber analysts do we have? Let's bump that up to about 5,000. And then, so how much is it going to cost us for gold? 17.4 billion. Alright, we'll wait. I'll try to accumulate some more money.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so which... is that the... Alright, so that was the anti-missile batteries. So let's try for... Let's try for 5,000 workers.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Unfortunately, we have to say that our smear campaign was unconvincing. The target is cautious with a favorable image which effectively undermines our attempt at disinformation.
Alright, so that didn't work. Let's go to view conspiracy. Alright, so these people are highly regarded. May have to resort to something else again. Alright, so let's go to... Nah, that's going to be too soon. I can't do that. So, I'll just wait and see. Wait for the right time to try to do something else. Let's go for cybersecurity awareness.
Our task force has coordinated with the PR firm to prepare for the campaign. It will start in 2 weeks.
Alright, so let's invest some more money into the space program. So 1.1 billion. And $9 billion for 12 months. That actually may be worth it. Alright, our growth is up to 9%. Inflation 3.32. Need to kind of slow down our spending. Alright, so when is this bill gonna pass? Alright, so June 3rd. Yeah, June 3rd it'll pass, so we have a few more days. Let's go to farming and let's see. So we need more cereals to be self-sufficient. So let's go ahead and make this 150 million. Colza. Yeah, that's nowhere close to what we need. Alright, so foul is fine. Alright, so that's not affected by the inflation. About potatoes. Alright, so we're not producing enough potatoes either. So let's only invest about, let's do 25 million. Alright, so our anti-missile batteries are up and running. At least production-wise. Alright, okay, drones. Let's go with 600. Let's see what else. Alright, so water networks. Yeah, we definitely need more. So let's bump this up to 250. Alright, real quick, let's check on that oil platform. So we have 8 more days before that's up and running. Alright, so we have a wildfire. Let's give them 500 million. Favorable regime change in Malaysia.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating Key Center. According to my calculations, the informational gain, in geopolitical terms, could be close to 2.73.
Alright, we'll try to dismantle as much as we can of the drug cartel. As a matter of fact, let's look at our crime. Still hasn't really done anything.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Alright, so that law passed and increased our approval
The
rating.
population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation. must have lost a lot and even everything and are asking the state for help to
Alright, so that was 171 million. We already gave 500, so that'll be taken care of. Old folks. Alright, so let's see. Alright, prevention. Nah, we don't want to really mess with that at all. Alright, public finances. Alright, got an excess of 19 billion. Public debt has gone down. So as once we go into the next quarter, we'll sit with our creditors and try to negotiate the interest rates down. Alright, so they have diabetes medication, but they're keeping it for themselves. Alright, we're not thinking about them. Alright, so that's been taken care of. Alright, so let's see. It looks like our excess has really increased to 36 billion that quick. And that's probably no, that's not even from the oil well. And we're not concerned with that. Let's take a look at our energy production. So we have 1 terawatt as a... Oh, we're down by 1 terawatt. Let's see. We have 2 nuclear plants. Or nuclear plants that's being built. "109 days." So we have roughly around another 3 months left. Let's see. So what about some offshore wind? That's gonna cost... Alright, let's just hold off. Alright, what's our inflation rate? Alright, so that inflation is going up. We're gonna have to kind of hold out with spending. So our happiness declines.
It's true that the blow cannot really be described as fatal. 2 arrests.
That's not gonna do anything. Alright, so let's go back to fast forwarding. So hopefully doing this will help level out some of that inflation. Alright, results at the National Assembly. Alright, all of your bills have been voted for by the National... Okay, so that's good. And our approval rating is starting to recover. Wow, budget excess almost 50 billion now. Alright, so that's bringing in more oil. So let's check real quick to see what our standing is in the oil sector. Alright, so we're gaining on Canada. We're real close to Canada, so probably a few more oil wells and we'll completely surpass them. Alright, so we have a 2 terawatt deficit. Let's clear some of this out. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward for another week. Alright, that inflation is really starting to get out of hand again.
Our network has obtained intelligence, data, and passwords on the principal platforms of the nation. We're finally ready to launch a cyber attack. We are now waiting for the green light.
Alright, we're not gonna cyber attack them. Alright, so let's see, what's our... Alright, so we have 13 workers out of 5,000. What about drones? So we have 22 workers. Alright, so what about our fighter jets? Alright, so how many have 26? Alright. Panama. Do we want to help them out? Alright, let's give 2. Two. Alright, so we gave Panama about 10 million. So that should improve relations with them. Let's see what we can do there. Alright, so 8.27 billion in cash accumulation, so let's go. Alright, so we have a $10 billion treasury reserve. Let's see about... Alright, inflation is... Alright, inflation peaked. So hopefully it should start to drop back down again. So let's go ahead and fast forward for another week or so. So we can see how inflation it's going up again. Alright.
The competition will begin in a week. All
I'd be happy. Very kind.
Alright, let's see. Alright, so we have an alliance with Panama. Not that they have some real strong military. They only have 1,500. Alright, so let's look at our unemployment. So unemployment finally went under what it was at the beginning. Alright, education. Let's go to debt again. Alright. Let's see about meeting with Colombia. But let's start with our debt. So let's meet with these countries. Let's meet with India. And Japan. So, alright, we owe 491 billion. I think that decreased by only 4 billion so far. I think it was at 495 at one point. And let's see with the United Kingdom.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure. Our economy is flourishing, our production increases.
Alright, unemployment's at 4.
I think you're doing a good job.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Alright. Let's take a look. Alright, so we're back in the 4% range. Alright, so I probably really shouldn't have lowered company tax. I may have to raise that back up again. Alright, let's try, alright, legislation. And that could actually cause more problems than it solves. So let's look at the population and see. Alright, so people living below the poverty line is that number is declined by 3%. Alright. Alright, let's check our energy now. So we have a 6 terawatt. deficit. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so let's go with another plant and we'll put it right there.
Very kind. I'd be happy.
Alright, let's just form a alliance. Let's just make it support for right now. No, let's make it non-aggression. Alright, so they're not with that at all.
Sure. Our country is
Alright. Alright, so let's go to housing and what about capped? That should help inflation slow down. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll see how that works. Literacy aids, let's do it. Oh, 11 billion, that's too much. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end this episode. But once we could get inflation under control, gonna expand the space program and want to build a launch pad right in this area here, or put it on that island. But I'm definitely looking at this area here to place a launch pad. Alright, so is that... Alright, so we have another 40 days for that.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation. Must have lost a lot and even everything and are asking the state for help to survive.
Okay, we'll give them that money. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm gonna end this episode. And I just have to figure out what to do about well, I have to cut my spending for the inflation since that's starting to really jump up again. But I need those nuclear plants. So once they're done, I'll see what I need to do with trying to bring that inflation back down again. But in the meantime, I will see you soon. If you like the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Thanks.